Hello, Selah. It's time, right?
It's time. We made it. And we made it on time.
Well, sort of.
Yeah, well, close. It's very close.
My goal is to get that video started so that it ends at 8 o'clock.
Oh, I see.
But at the very least, we're going to get that intro video started at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
That's progress.
Yeah. That's right.
Nice to see you. Glad you're here with us. It is Teacher Appreciation Day.
May the 4th.
May the 4th.
That's right.
And so we're here appreciating, you know that joke, May the 4th. It's Star Wars Day.
Yeah, I know it's Star Wars Day.
Why is it Star Wars Day?
I don't know why it's Star Wars Day. It's just May the 4th, because it's May the Force be with you. It's a play on words.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
That's an old joke, but it's a good one, and it comes up every year.
That's right, as does Teacher Appreciation.
I feel like we did a show before on May 4th.
We did. Well, we did a Teacher Appreciation one. I don't know when.
But I think it was May 4th, too. Oh, but we were doing different days of the week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
okay.
right.
I was trying to figure out how we could have repeated. But now I get it.
It might have been a Thursday or a Wednesday.
So in honor of teachers, we are going to have a trivia quiz.
Yes.
And it's not really education. It's just trivia.
It's just, teachers teach us how to think on our feet. And so we're just going to, in our way of saying thank you to teachers, is to think on our feet. Let's put on our thinking caps and answer these trivia questions. We got it.
There you go. And see my little joke down here? See, teachers, May the 4th be with you. And then it says, Yoda best.
I didn't see that. That's sweet, Yoda best. They are the best. It's been a rough year for teachers and students, but to have to switch on their feet like they had to do with...
big year.
Yeah. So thank you.
A big year. Are we going to do our appreciation thing now, or
our
moment of appreciation?
I can read the poem.
Let's lead with it.
Okay, let's.
All right, so here's a poem that I had put together for the teachers. Instead of doing it on the back end where we would usually do that sort of thing.
Let's just be upfront and say thank you. So this is a poem I found. It's by Joanna Fuchs, and I really thought it was sweet and says how I feel anyway. If I could teach you, teacher. If I could teach you, teacher, I'd teach you how much more you've accomplished than you think you have. I'd show you the seeds you planted years ago that are now coming into bloom. I'd reveal to you the young minds that have expanded under your care, the hearts that are serving others because they had you as a role model. If I could teach you, teacher, I'd show you the positive effect you've had on me and my life. Your homework is to know your value to the world, to acknowledge it, to believe it. Thank you, teacher. Teachers, on this day and on every day, May the 4th be with you. Thanks for all you do. It's amazing how you hang in there, and it's a wonderful job.
I see what you did there, Ida. You were like sort of teaching the teachers.
I was.
Giving them assignments.
That's right.
It's everybody's dream. any teachers that are watching us, we do appreciate
several
you.
I know of.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Everybody knows teachers don't make enough. I was watching a video from, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I was watching a video from like 30 years ago or 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was a commercial about how teachers need to be paid more and aren't appreciated enough. And I was thinking, we haven't done much in 30 or 40 years.
That's right.
So anyway, maybe we can get that moving this year. But let's do some trivia.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's see. So once again, I don't have the answers in my slides. I just have the questions. So let's bring them up anyway. This is our interesting trivia. I hope it's interesting.
It's interesting to him, so it's going to be interesting to us. We're going to pretend anyway.
Here's your first question.
All right.
First quiz question. There's only one letter that doesn't exist in any state name in the United States. There's only one letter, one of the 26. Which is the letter? So for question 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, there are 26 options. Anybody know? Just one letter. Where the let's see. So
one letter.
Alabama. So I know A.
And B.
And B.
Colorado.
Yeah. So then no C. D. What's D? That's got D in it.
It's got D in it. Maine.
Okay, Maine.
Yeah, Florida.
We won't go through them all.
Well, which is it?
I taught my kids the alphabet backwards. I mean, not the alphabet backwards. The states in order. The 50 states in order.
I remember one time we did a show, or you did it when I wasn't here, and you gave them a pop quiz, and you asked one of them to say the states. Like, oh, I'm glad I wasn't here. I wouldn't have been able to do it. Joel says X.
It's not X because of Mexico and New Mexico.
Laura says
there's actually
J.
2 X's. J. Can you think of a J?
J. No.
The answer, my friends, is Q.
What's the J one?
I don't have every letter memorized where it is, but I promise you there is one.
Okay, but there's no Q.
Yeah, there's no Q anywhere, but there's Z's, Arizona.
Listen, Nathan got the Q.
Yep, it's Q.
Yeah.
See if somebody. So that's a new question. Can anybody come up with a J?
Yeah. What's a state that has the letter J in it?
New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
All right.
Okay. So, well, all right.
Okay. Let's keep going. You did pretty good on that one.
Yeah.
Somebody got it. The next one. Okay. Chicago. Chicago is called the Windy City. We might have had this question before on the show.
I don't think so.
Chicago is called the Windy City. To what does the wind refer? Is it the wind of bootleggers escaping during Prohibition?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the talkative nature of people from Chicago who are windbags full of hot air?
Oh.
Is it the wind that blows across Lake Michigan and through the city? Oh, and my last one falls off the bottom a little bit. But the wife of the first mayor of Chicago, Wendy Sidey.
I have no words for D. Let's see.
Wendy Sidey.
Are you getting back at me for Beneld?
We're all done.
Oh, okay.
We got them all. That's all.
Kathy says C, the wind that blows across Lake Michigan and through the city. Huh.
What do you think, Ida? Now, Nathan told me that he can predict better than average, just by the way the questions are phrased and the order they're in. So, are you at that point now where you can?
I don't know. We've got several people saying C. We have one saying B. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 C's already and a B.
It turns out that the press originated this saying, and it was based on the talkative nature of the people of Chicago.
Somehow I found, when I don't know, I always go to B. So David got it.
Very
David
good.
Said B. Congratulations, David. You've now won 2 million UTS bucks.
Now for another million. Question number 3. Question number 3 is, only one of the following things is true. Which one is true? Okay, so these are false except for one, and one of them is true.
Okay.
First one, gum stays in your digestive system for 7 years.
That's not true.
The Great Wall of China can be seen from the moon. Water, H2O, conducts electricity. A penny dropped from the Empire State Building would kill a person on the ground if it hit their head. And Martin Luther King got a C in public speaking in seminary.
I
Which
think it's
of the following things is true? All of them are false except for one.
Well, Nathan's saying A is true, and I think it's B that's true.
A lot of these are things that you've been taught.
Yeah. Like don't swallow your gum; it'll stay in your gut for 7 years. So, yeah, I'm just not thinking that one. Oh, Nathan's changing. Oh, wait a minute. Nathan's saying 3D. A penny. Well, that's a physics thing. But Linda's saying B. I'm with Linda. I said B.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready.
Well, it's not A.
Okay.
Because gum doesn't digest at all, but it doesn't stay in your gut.
It just
passes through. It turns out the Great Wall of China is also not true. You can't see it from the moon. That is a myth. In fact, you can see roads and airport runways at a higher altitude than you can the Great Wall of China.
Wow, I thought it was.
But you can't see any of it from the moon. Now, it was said that the Great Wall of China could be seen from the moon before we landed on the moon.
Oh, perhaps that's where.
So that's where it began.
That was before 19.
It also turns out that water does not conduct electricity. It's the minerals in the water that conduct the electricity. Water itself is an insulator.
Right.
And D is also not true. A penny drop from the Empire State Building would not kill a person. It would reach a velocity of about 25 miles an hour, which would hurt. Put a little welt in your head, but it would not.
Martin
25
Luther
miles an hour.
King got a C.
But it turns out Martin Luther King got a C in public speaking.
Oh my goodness, who knew? Sometimes, when you're so hard on yourself for not getting it right, you have to remember these people that are so famous, and he's so famous for the things he said and the delivery of his words. It's amazing to think that he got a C in public speaking.
Because it's Teacher Appreciation Day, we didn't publish the name of the teacher.
Good. We don't. Nathan says Mythbusters.
Oh, Mythbusters says that it would kill you. Nope, 25 miles per hour. Look that one up again. I didn't see the Mythbusters one, but okay.
All right.
Ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
All right. That was a whole bonus. There was a whole set of facts in that last one.
There was.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no.
How many toes do cats have? That's the question. How many toes do cats have?
Well, those who have cats should know this, right?
Do cats have, they don't have toes because they're actually technically called webs. Or do they have 4 toes? Or do they have 5 toes? Or I don't know. Whatever. It's all cute.
Well, for sure it's D. For me. They are cute, and I don't know.
So everybody can pick D and get it right.
That's right. That's pretty true.
What do you think? No toes, 4 toes, 5 toes. Red nose, blue nose. I don't know why I felt like it.
David's saying B. And your boys have they been learning through cats and biology, anatomy, physiology, so they might know.
Yeah, they've been working with a cat in biology.
We have 2 B's. Nathan and David both say B. Uh-oh.
But our cat people, what are they saying?
Nobody, they're not.
Oh, my Scylla's all wet.
Very quiet.
It's been outside, apparently.
Joel's saying 4. 4 toes. I guess he means
okay.
B.
I'm going to narrow it down. They do have toes.
Okay.
They are not webs. We're not giving you D. So it's either 4 toes or 5 toes.
Oh, okay.
And they're a mammal. Do all mammals have 5 toes? That's the question, sort of.
Kathy says B. Well, don't they have 5? Does their little, what do you call that thing? Dew claw thing count as a toe?
I don't know. Do cats have dew claws?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't research this one. I just looked it up. The answer is 4. They have 4 on the back.
The people in our audience they are smart because everybody who answered.
Everybody got it right?
Yes.
Very good. Nicely done.
Way to go.
Let's go on to the next question.
All right.
Question number 5. Okay. Everybody knows hair and toenails and fingernails. I don't know why I didn't put fingernails. Continue to grow throughout a person's life. What 2 other body parts continue to grow? What 2 other body parts continue to grow? Is it eyes and chin?
I just looked up at your answers. I shouldn't do
Is
that.
it nose and ears? Is it toes and fingers? Or is it hips and rear end?
I'm starting to take offense at this question.
Which ones continue to grow through your life?
Well,
certainly, again, D could be true. It depends on the person.
Nathan's saying B. How does this 3 again? What number are we on?
No, this is 4, but yeah.
Okay.
No, this is 5, right? Is this 5?
3A, 3B,
yeah.
3C, 4D.
It does say 3, but what it was supposed to say is 5. for some reason.
Well,
or maybe 4. I don't know whether it's 4 or 5. What was the last?
Kathy's saying D, and she laughed with that one because it does kind of grow.
Yeah, 4 was 4 toes. 5. Yeah, here we go.
Okay,
I fixed them. 5.
Thank you for that.
What's everybody saying?
Well, we have 2 B's and 1 D. 3 B's.
No A's.
No A's. Your eyeballs to grow? So it's either it can't be hips and rear end because
No, that's a joke.
Yeah.
My last one's usually just a joke.
So it's B or C, and I guess we better go with B.
That's right. It's your nose and your ears. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more you lie, the more your nose grows.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. That is a scientific fact because the more you live, the more you lie. All right. Question number 6.
Oh, that's us. There you go.
True or false?
Okay.
No positive number contains the letter A in its spelling.
Oh, no.
We did this with the states. How about the numbers?
Okay.
No positive number contains the letter A in its spelling. True or false? It's going to take a while to go through all the numbers because there's an infinite number of them.
Oh, my. Okay. A.
Let's see. 1, O-N-E. 2, T-W-O. 3, T-H-R-E-E. 4, F-O-U-R. 5, F-I-V-E. 6, S-I-X. 7, S-E-V-E-N. 8, E-I-G-H.
It's false.
9, N-I-N-E. 10, T-E-N. There are a lot of E's and I's.
Right, yeah, it's false. David says false. I say false.
Really? Name one.
1,000.
That's it. It is false. But 1,000 is actually the first number with an A in it.
I don't know how I got that. I'm a little bit scared. We've been watching the news, and the news is saying that aliens do exist, and maybe I've been just abducted by aliens and dropped back on this earth.
And they taught you that the letter A.
That 1,000 was the first number with an A in it.
Yep, there's lots of them after 1,000, but there's none through 99.
Wow.
0 to 99. I mean 999.
We got lots of people got it.
I don't know. I think that one's sort of interesting.
Yeah,
a lot of people must have thought of one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the next one.
Okay.
Question number 7. I think we got the questions this time. Which has more bones in its neck? A sloth or a giraffe? Or neither? They both have the same number. Sloths, giraffes, or neither?
Something tells me this is one of your sneaky questions.
I always hated that about tests when they would put that neither. Or they'd say both A and B, both B and C, both A, C, and D.
When you're sitting for those big tests, too, and they do that to you, that just curls my hair. Let's see. Kathy's saying giraffes.
Do you think I used double negative psychology on this one, or triple negative? See, I don't just have tricky questions. I have trick questions.
I know you
tricky trick questions.
David's saying sloths. Nathan's saying sloths have more bones in their neck.
That's what makes them so slow, because they have so much more to move.
Those little tiny bones and those fingers with the long fingernails. I don't know.
You gonna weigh in on it, Ida?
Well,
what do you think?
I want to say giraffes because they have such a long neck, but I know that the bones in a giraffe's neck are big.
Mm-hmm.
So
they sure are, because giraffes are big.
So I'm going to say A.
Giraffes have the same number of bones in their neck as we do.
They do?
Yep. And most mammals do. But not sloths.
Sloths have more.
Yep. Sloths have 10. Giraffes and most other
that was just a wild guess on my part. And copying off of your son's.
Have 7. 7 neck. Yeah. Neck bones.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that? There's 7.
I did not know.
The neck bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected.
You're going to sing that 7 times now.
It turns out it's true.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
There you go. Sloths, not giraffes.
Sloths.
Giraffes don't have, just they have extra long necks. They don't have extra bones.
Okay.
To make them long. Okay. So
number 8.
Sticking with the longest category, which long jump record is greater? The longest distance a horse has jumped or the longest distance a person has jumped?
Lord. It's got to be.
Which has jumped the furthest, a horse or a person?
Well, you know,
we're talking about long jump here, though.
With the
long jump record. Yeah,
think about it. And a horse.
That's really why I wanted to put this question in there, because the Olympics are coming up.
Yes, as are the Paralympics.
July, I think it's 28th. Pretty sure I have that right.
Through August. Yeah, so that's right, because I think it's through August.
July 28th through August 5th or 7th or something like that. Mm-hmm. And that's interesting to us because our friend Joe Delagrave is going to be in the Paralympics, which is going on, and it will be shown. And we're going to hopefully have Joe on the show here.
Looking forward to it.
And when it gets time, maybe we'll have a watch party even.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So so
he's such an interesting person and has some interesting friends and stories.
I wonder what the furthest a wheelchair has jumped.
I've seen.
Do you think a wheelchair has jumped further than
like skydiving? Does that count?
No. This is a long jump record. That's where you run. You run down the path and you jump as far as you can. So same thing. Horse running, jumping. Mm-hmm. Which one goes further?
We've got one person saying A, but I think it's B. I think a person has jumped farther than a horse. I don't know why I think that, but
it turns out that it's very close.
Which is farther? Check. Funkin' Wagnalls.
The human record, I've forgotten the person's name, but the human record is 8.95 meters.
Meters, yes. Huge.
Almost 9 meters.
Okay.
And the horse record is 8.4.
So a human did go longer.
A human went slightly further.
We have evolved.
Like a whole foot further.
Yeah. Joel says person.
To mix meters.
I don't know if he got that out before or after we said it.
I think it's also true that if a horse and a person started on a starting line at the same time, that the person would win the 100-yard dash.
Because they're faster off the starting line?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Jump further, run faster. Those horses, they got nothing on us.
That's right.
It is person. Nice guess. Okay, next one, which is the next to last one. One of the following lists of toys are toys that have been inducted into the National Hall of Fame. Okay. The other list contains toys that have been excluded from the National Toy Hall of Fame. Which toys are in the National Toy Hall of Fame? Is it A or B? A, the Big Wheel, Monopoly, Twister, a Stick, and G.I. Joe. Or is it B, Battleship, Nerf Ball, Cabbage Patch Kid dolls, Magic 8 Ball, and Operation? Which one of those would you think are more likely to list from? There's a lot more.
A stick.
Notice that, huh?
Well, Ruth is here with us, and Ruth is saying A.
She's saying A. And those are in.
Yeah, I always, as a child, I just thought I missed my childhood because I didn't have a big wheel. I think the kids who have big wheels are just the happiest kids on earth. I don't know. Just always wanted a big wheel. We have 3 A's already. 4 A's. So, everybody's saying A.
Nobody's bothered by the stick.
No. But is it a stick that's used for something or just a stick?
What I meant there was a stick. Just
a stick.
Something from a tree. My dog likes sticks. Well, that would be the National Dog Toy Hall of Fame.
So which is it, A or B? I mean, listen, they're all wonderful toys, right? I'm looking at them. Thinking,
How could the National Toy Hall of Fame Leave Monopoly off the list.
Right.
And how could it have a stick?
I don't know. Well, they used to use a stick to roll a hula hoop thing.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yep, it's A.
It's A.
A are in the national toy. The B is a list of toys that have not yet been inducted.
So this Christmas, when you're giving your children toys, give them a stick. and tell them it's in the
A stick was a fairly early entry. It was 2008. The class of 2008 was a stick. And they just mean a stick. They think that a stick might be the oldest toy, the most flexible toy. You know, it's used for all sorts of different
you can
uses.
Play ball with it. You can. Yeah.
Another interesting piece of trivia about the National Toy Hall of Fame is that a wiffle ball is in the Toy Hall of Fame, but not a wiffle bat.
That's because you need a stick.
That's because they already had the stick, so they didn't need the bat.
Well, yeah.
But there is no operation game. I think that's a huge oversight.
None of those are in. All in B are not.
None of them are in. Battleship, Nerf Ball, Cabbage Patch Kid Dolls, Magic 8 Ball, and Operation.
There's time.
None of them are in. There are quite a few, but they basically have a class every year of, like, the first class was 10 or so, but then it's like 3 or 4 each year get added. You can nominate. You can go to the national. It's in New Jersey. No, it's in Rochester, New York. I think it's Rochester, New York. It's in New York. Yeah, Rochester, New York.
Kathy says she's mailing out her presents. The shopping's done.
Sticks.
Sticks.
So you can nominate toys.
Oh.
You can go to the National Toy Hall of Fame and nominate your toys.
There is a guy on YouTube that collects old toys and demonstrates old toys. I forget what his name is, but it's really fun to watch him. I
like him. He's cute. He's got all of his toys in suitcases.
Yeah. So maybe if you search on suitcase toy collector or something like that.
I'll think of it. He's one of my favorites. He's a British gent. All right. I think this is the last question. Number 9. Only one of the following is false. Before we had only one of the following was true. Only one of the following is false this time. Which one is false? Montpelier, Vermont is the only state capital without a McDonald's restaurant. Ostriches bury their heads in the ground. Movie trailers are called trailers because they originally played after the movie. The word fizzle started as a word that described passing gas silently. 3 of those are true.
I'm sorry, I don't see these ahead of time, or I might do a little editing. Okay.
3 of those are true. The 4th one is false. Which one is false?
Oh my.
They all seem true-ish. They all seem false-ish too. Now that I think of
David's saying A. He's pretty confident that Montpelier has a McDonald's
How
restaurant.
could there not be
Really? They're everywhere,
in a state capital?
Joel is saying B.
Ostriches bury their heads in the ground. No, they don't, says.
No, he's...
If they don't bury their heads, there's a whole bunch of cartoons that need to fix themselves.
Isn't that true? Nathan's saying C. You're getting a wide range of responses here.
Right, movie trailers. Could it be because they were played from a trailer?
And nobody wants to say D because that's just...
The word fizzle started.
Who wants to even repeat those words? So, I don't know.
Well, let's start with that one. The word fizzle did start as a word that described passing gas silently. That's where that word came from. Next time you use the word fizzle, just remember what the origins.
I'm not ever going to say that.
Something started off strong, but then it fizzled out.
You had too much time for research today. We're going to start later next time. Okay.
That one is true. That is the origin of the word fizzle. I've been wanting to use that.
You got that one wrong because it's definitely.
I've been wanting to use that little factoid for years.
Yeah. Well, now you got it in there, didn't you?
A, Montpelier, Vermont Not only doesn't have a McDonald's, but it doesn't have a Wendy's or a Burger King. It does have a Subway. So that one is also true. It is the only state capital. No, it's not a huge state capital. During the workday, there's only 20,000 people in the capital, in the region at a time. But they are Vermont. They sort of have this idea, you ought to like go to a homegrown restaurant, not a chain, but a mom and pop shop kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so they have kept McDonald's and all those fast chains up. Fast food chains up. Subway somehow.
They got their foot in the door.
Yep.
Okay.
There are McDonald's in the next town over.
There has to be, so you can get your McDonald's.
But it's not in the state capital. It's not in Montpelier.
Laura is saying B is false, and Kristen is saying C is false.
Well,
it's all over
it's B.
Is it B?
B is false. Ostriches do not bury their heads. They put their heads on the ground. And their heads are different colors, so they sort of look hidden down there. But they just place their head down on the ground.
I don't know whether it's true or not. I'm just trusting him. And
movie trailers did indeed come after the movie, and that's why they're called trailers. Did you ever wonder why the movie trailers are at the beginning of the movie?
And then it's called a trailer?
Yeah.
I did wonder. No, I really did. It never crossed my mind to wonder. I should have.
All right. Well, teachers, in honor of you.
You got us thinking, and that's what we need to do.
Those are our 9 trivia.
We started out strong, and we fizzled out.
Don't fizzle.
Oh, teachers know all about those things.
Oh my.
Okay.
I always have a little like passing gas joke in almost every show. It's just fun. It's fun for the kids. This show isn't for kids.
Somehow a passing gas joke. I don't know. Can we just move on?
Let's do that.
Let's do.
Let's see. What do we have left? Oh, let's move on to the saying of the week. Ida, do you think we should? Do I have the right saying of the week for you?
We do have the right saying of the week.
Good. Let's go to that.
Okay. Oh, thanks for saving us with the saying of the week. Oh yeah. So because teachers inspire us to dream, this saying crept up into my mind, and I wanted to share it with you. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. And that's by Harriet Tubman. I think that's also an interesting quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harriet Tubman, she did a good job.
She sure did. She had big dreams too.
Well, it's a good day to dream.
It is. It's always a good day to dream.
It's a little hot here in Pittsburgh.
It's a little warm.
We can't decide whether it's hot or whether it's cold. It goes from hot to cold every other day.
That's true. Mother Nature's playing jokes on us here.
Speaking of jokes,
yeah.
How about the joke of the week?
Oh, let's do the
joke of the week, Isaiah Regan. And here is his joke. He says, I didn't trust my math teacher when she got out the graph paper.
Oh, okay. That's unlike him not to trust his teacher.
Yeah, I would. I was right. She immediately started plotting something. Ba-dum-bum.
Where's our thing? It's gone. Well, Isaiah, thank you for putting yourself out there. And
he went to a lot of trouble to get a joke on the theme.
He did.
The teacher theme.
He did. This math teacher.
So thank you for doing that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a true story or... But that was a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We'll try to be nice to Isaiah from now on.
Now comes the time in the show where you get to shout out what you would like to throw out. What do you have to say? What kind of ideas, thoughts, schemes, plots? What would you like to go out before the show fizzles?
I don't know how many more times he's going to be able to say fizzle before this is over with, but
many times as I can. Sorry for drinking in your ear. Keep slurping.
Oh, was that you making that noise?
That was a fun show, wasn't it?
It fun. It was fun. It's nice to honor the teachers, and I've got lots of teachers in my family. I think you've got teachers in yours. Wasn't your mom a teacher?
She sure was. In fact, she and I would go to school together. She would teach side by side with me. My dad was also a teacher, then became an administrator, became a principal, and then so mostly I knew him as an administrator, not a teacher. But before me, he was a teacher and a coach. Yeah, so I come from a family of teachers.
We got
lots of teachers around.
Yeah,
you need a bunch of them.
You do. It takes a village, right?
Yep.
We got some birthdays that we missed. We weren't here last week, and so I missed a couple shout-out birthdays from last week. So Susan Ehlers was on the 27th, and Alicia Reagan, who is Isaiah's mom, on the 28th. Janet Coaches on May 6th. John Lukanich on May 8th. Heather Loomis on May 9th. And that's it. So happy birthday to y'all.
I need to look up mine, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Let's see here. I was a trouble. Finding mine.
Well,
I don't want to miss our friend John Hall.
No.
Who's on the radio
Happy
here.
Happy birthday, John.
And John Lukanich.
I already said him. Yep. Good.
And did you say, I wasn't listening when you were going through them, actually.
I didn't have Judy.
Judy Dope. Her birthday is on May 9th. And Bill Gaventa.
Happy birthday,
May 10th.
Everybody. Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
You guys have any shout outs? Feel free to throw them up on the screen. Anybody's birthday or anniversary or something that we should be remembering in case we've forgotten. Occasionally we get reminded of one that you folks that don't put all your information in Facebook, you don't give the whole world an insight into everything that's true about you. You keep the scam callers from, that's something I've been into lately. I've been watching scam call videos on YouTube. And boy, there's some good ones.
My niece Laura just had a birthday a little bit ago. We said happy birthday to her, but she also had a major exciting thing happen on that day. She got it's a gotcha day. It's an adoption day for her son Ray. So congratulations!
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Added to our family in a very good way.
That's really cool.
So yeah, that's school's about done.
Yep, we're getting to the end.
Yeah. So
that's why I wanted to do a little bit of, you know, isn't it interesting that they have Teacher Appreciation Day before exams?
I think that's probably good timing. Good timing.
I've noticed that every year it comes just a little bit before the exam starts.
So you can take that apple and put it on the desk. And
some sort of conspiracy.
I think it's a good conspiracy.
And I do want to give our news a plug. I always like to do that. You can go to our website, uniquelythesame.org/news, and you can see these same articles there. They rotate a lot.
There's lots of them there.
They're still rolling along. I see. I haven't checked on those for a week or so, so I'm glad to see they're still running. Yeah. Is that it?
I think, well, Kathy's saying Julie Hines' daughter adopted a couple little girls, so their family's growing exponentially too. So
how great!
Lots of growing going on.
Congratulations to Julie and family.
That's right.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I hadn't caught on that. Another thought I had, I want to look into camp. I know Family Retreat is coming up in June and July.
Yeah.
Which actually, no, it's before the Olympics. Right between the two.
Yes.
So I was going to say, boy, we might miss the Olympics because of Family Retreat, but that's not true. Everybody will be just getting back and have a week or so to settle in.
I think they need some short-term missionaries. They're a little short on family support this year. So if you're interested, go to Johnny and Friends.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Boys and I.
Nice.
I don't know if Anna Marie's going to be able to go, and Linda can't. She has she's working. So, but I'm hoping that
it'd be nice.
Yeah, hoping I'll be able to make it. Still working on it. That's it.
That's a pretty good show.
We got it all.
We did. And I still have dog treats left. I don't know how did that happen? She gave up on me.
Well, she came back a bunch of times and she was whining.
I was so engrossed in the trivia that I forgot to feed the dog. Uh-oh.
Pretty good.
She's not going to be my
Give it to her
buddy
while
anymore.
she's not yelling.
Where is
Hey,
she?
Selah, come here, get a treat. Come on.
If I rattle paper.
Well, that's enough. We don't have to let folks wait
That's
for.
right.
Who's going to close the show tonight?
You can. You do all the time. I'd be happy to.
You want to fight over it?
Let's fight over it.
Ah, there she comes. Here, have a treat. She's got one.
It's such a pleasure having you here with us. And as I've said before, we wouldn't be us without you. It takes all of us. And you're all uniquely the same. We like to say every week, and we mean it. I'm uniquely the same. You're uniquely the same. Together, we can change the world. See you next week.
Next Tuesday.